Every year you go without knowing these money rules, it costs you thousands. Not in theory, in actual compounding, never coming back dollars. Here are the 100 lessons that nobody put in front of you at 18. Better late than broke. You're watching M Cubed Money Mindset Makeover. This isn't a personal finance channel. It's a financial revolution wrapped in a YouTube video. If you're a millennial or Gen Z who is tired of being the last to know how money actually works, this one's for you. In the next 20 minutes, I'm dropping 100 money lessons. Fast, real, and ranked in zero particular order, because life doesn't hand you financial wisdom in chronological order either. Stay till the end, because the final lessons, those are the ones most people don't discover until their 30s or 40s. And by then, the clock is already working against them. Smart money. Real talk. No cap. Let's go. Let's be real for a second. You probably graduated high school knowing how to analyze a poem, name every element on the periodic table, and maybe balance a checkbook that doesn't even exist anymore. But compound interest? Roth IRAs? The difference between an asset and a liability? Credit utilization and why it matters? Investment accounts? Crickets, nothing, nada. A full 12 years of education and zero classes on the thing that controls almost every major decision in your adult life. So you graduated, hit the real world, and found yourself figuring it out on TikTok between rent payments and inflation eating your paycheck alive. According to the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans can't cover an unexpected $400 expense. And for Gen Z and millennials? Student loan debt just crossed $1.7 trillion. That's not a personal failure, that's a systemic one. You're not lazy. You weren't taught. And today, we fix that. Save. 1. Your savings rate matters more than your income. Earn $200K and save nothing. You're broke. Earn $60K and save 20%. You're building. 2. Pay yourself first. Before rent, before food, before subscriptions, money moves to savings the second your paycheck hits. Non-negotiable. 3. An emergency fund isn't boring. It's the single most powerful tool against financial anxiety. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Start today. 4. The 24-hour rule on purchases over $50 saves thousands per year. Sleep on it. Most wants vanish by morning. 5. Automate everything. Savings, bills, investments. Your willpower is finite. Systems are infinite. But here's where it gets worse. At number 6 on my list of things I wish I knew at age 18. Lifestyle inflation is the silent wealth killer. Every time you get a raise and immediately upgrade your lifestyle, you stay broke at a higher income bracket. 7. A high-yield savings account, HYSA, can earn you 10 to 15x more interest than a standard bank account. Right now, some are paying 4 to 5% APY. Your savings should be working, not sleeping. 8. The difference between I can't afford it and I'm choosing not to prioritize it is the most powerful mindset shift in personal finance. 9. Sinking funds change everything. Save a little each month for known future expenses. Car repairs, holidays, vet bills. Stop being blindsided. 10. Don't save what's left after spending. Spend what's left after saving. Flip the script. Budget. 11. A budget isn't a restriction, it's permission. It tells your money where to go before it disappears into DoorDash fees. 12. The 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings debt payoff. Simple, scalable, starts today. 13. Track every dollar for 30 days. Not forever, just 30 days. Most people are shocked by what they find. 14. Subscriptions are the new hemorrhage. The average American spends $209 a month on subscriptions they barely use. Audit yours. Cut the dead weight. 15. Zero-based budgeting. Assign every dollar a job. When income minus expenses equals 0, that's not broke, that's intentional. Most people don't realize this. Number 16 on the list. Coffee isn't the problem. It's a symptom of not knowing where your money actually goes. 17. Budget by category, not by vibes. Groceries, transport, entertainment, personal care. Name it. Own it. 18. Impulse spending is an emotional response, not a math problem. Address the root. Stress, boredom, social comparison. and the overspending often fixes itself. 19. Meal prepping is a finance move, not just a fitness one. The average family saves $150–$250 per month by eating at home more intentionally. 20. Review your budget weekly, not monthly. By the time month-end rolls around, the damage is done. Quick question for you. What's your biggest money leak right now? Rent, food delivery, late-night Amazon orders? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and some of the best ideas for future videos come straight from this community. Debt. 21. There are two types of debt. Debt that builds wealth, strategic leverage, and debt that destroys it, consumer debt. Know which one you're carrying. 22. Minimum payments are a trap. Pay the minimum on a $5,000 credit card balance at 22% APR and you'll pay back nearly $10,000 total. The math is brutal. 23. Avalanche method. Pay off highest interest rate debt first. Saves the most money mathematically. 24. Snowball method. Pay off smallest debt first. Creates psychological wins that keep you going. Pick whichever one you'll actually stick to. 25. Student loans are not a life sentence, but ignoring them is. Explore income-driven repayment, refinancing options, and forgiveness programs if they apply to you. But here's the real twist. Coming in at number 26 on the list of things I wish I was taught at age 18 is credit card debt is the most expensive money you'll ever borrow. If you have it, eliminating it is the highest guaranteed return on investment available to you right now. 27. Good debt still has a cost. Mortgage, business loans, even student loans, treat them strategically, not casually. 28. Never use debt to fund a lifestyle. Cars, vacations, clothes. Financing your wants is financing someone else's wealth. 29. Your credit score is a financial tool, not a grade. Know what moves it. Payment history, 35%. Utilization, 30%. Length of credit history, 15%. Mix, 10%. New inquiries, 10%. 30. Keep your credit utilization below 30%, ideally below 10%, to maximize your score. Invest. 31. Compound interest is the closest thing to a legal money cheat code. $5,000 invested at 18 at 8% average returns becomes over $160,000 by age 65. Time is the asset. 32. You don't need to be rich to invest. You need to be consistent. $50 a month beats $5,000 once. 33. A Roth IRA is the single most underrated financial account for young earners. Tax-free growth. Tax-free withdrawals in retirement. Contribution limit is $7,000 per year in 2024. 34. If your employer offers a 401k match, take all of it. Every single dollar. That's a 100% instant return on your investment. Leaving it on the table is leaving cash in a dumpster. 35. Index funds aren't exciting. That's the point. They quietly beat 90% of actively managed funds over a 20-year horizon. Now hold on, because this part matters. Number 36 on our list is that diversification is not putting your money in 10 different individual stocks. It's spreading risk across asset classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, international markets. 37. Market crashes are not the end, they're a sale. The investors who panic sell, lock in their losses. Those who hold or buy more, they build generational wealth. 38. Time in the market beats timing the market. Every single time. The data is decades deep on this. 39. Fees matter more than you think. A 1% annual fee on a $100,000 portfolio over 30 years costs you over $80,000 in lost compounding. Read the fine print. 40. Don't invest in what you don't understand. That includes crypto, NFTs, guaranteed returns, and your cousin's business pitch at Thanksgiving. Earn. 41. Your income is your most powerful wealth-building tool, and it's not fixed. Skills, negotiation, and positioning can dramatically change it. 42. Negotiate your salary. Every single time. Studies show that failing to negotiate your first salary can cost you over $500,000 in lifetime earnings due to compounding raise percentages. 43. Multiple income streams are not a luxury, they're protection. A layoff that eliminates 100% of your income hurts a lot less when it's only 60%. 44. Your 9 to 5 is a salary. Your side hustle is freedom. The sooner you build one, the sooner you control your options. 45. High-income skills. Coding, copywriting, sales, design, data analysis are learnable. Free resources exist. YouTube, Coursera, books, communities. The barrier is time, not money. But here's where it gets real. Number 46 on the list of 100 things I wish I knew at age 18 is, being underpaid is a choice you make every day you don't address it. Discomfort in negotiation is temporary. Being underpaid is permanent until you act. 47. Tax efficiency is income. Knowing about deductions, write-offs, HSAs, and retirement account tax advantages isn't advanced. It's adulting. 48. A business idea that solves a real problem is greater than a business idea that sounds cool. Revenue validates everything. 49. Network isn't a buzzword, it's your net worth. Relationships open doors that resumes can't. Invest in people with intention. 50. Don't outsource your financial education. Read one personal finance book this year. Start with The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Your future self will thank you. Mindset. 51. Scarcity mindset keeps you stuck. Abundance mindset opens possibilities. The difference isn't your bank account. It's what you believe is possible. 52. Financial shame is real and it's a trap. You can't fix what you refuse to look at. Face your numbers, all of them. 53. Comparison is the thief of financial joy. Someone else's flex is financed 73% of the time. Don't benchmark your wealth against someone else's debt-funded lifestyle. 54. Rich is a moving target. Wealthy is freedom. Define what financial freedom means to you, not to Instagram. 55. Your beliefs about money were inherited. Not all of them are true. Some of them are costing you daily. Here's what actually works. 56. Money is a tool, not a personality. How you use it defines your life. How you worship it defines your problems. 57. The phrase, "I can't afford it," closes doors. "How can I afford it?" opens them. Same words. Completely different energy. 58. Delayed gratification is the single most common trait among wealthy people. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. 59. Financial stress is one of the top drivers of anxiety, relationship breakdown, and health problems. Building wealth isn't vanity, it's self-care. 60. Success in personal finance is 20% math and 80% behavior. Fix your habits, and the numbers follow. Real-life money moves. 61. Read your bank statements monthly. Errors, hidden fees, and forgotten charges add up fast. 62. Never carry a credit card balance unless it's 0% intro APR and you have a plan to pay it off before the rate kicks in. 63. Buy used when it makes sense. Cars, furniture, clothes, electronics. The second-hand market is a wealth preservation strategy. 64. Own versus rent is not a binary choice. The right answer depends on your market, timeline, and financial position, not on what your parents think. 65. Insurance is boring until it saves you from bankruptcy. Health, renters, auto, disability, protect your downside. Most people skip this one, don't. Number 66. Your car is probably your most expensive financial mistake. Buying new, financing long-term, and overpaying on insurance quietly bleeds your wealth. 67. If your rent is above 30% of your take-home, something has to give. Income, location, or expectations. 68. Estate planning isn't just for old people. A basic will, beneficiary designations, and a healthcare proxy take an afternoon and can save your family enormous stress. 69. Never co-sign a loan for someone whose financial habits you don't trust completely. If they default, it's your credit on the line. 70. Talking about money openly with your partner, your parents, your friends, breaks generational cycles of financial shame and ignorance. Investing deeper. 71. Tax-advantaged accounts first. 401k match, Roth IRA, HSA, then taxable brokerage. Order matters enormously over 30 years. 72. An HSA, health savings account, is a triple tax-advantaged account most people sleep on. Contribute the max if you're eligible. 73. Real estate builds wealth, but it's not passive. Maintenance, taxes, tenants, vacancies. Calculate the real return before you romanticize being a landlord. 74. Dollar cost averaging. Investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions, removes emotion from investing. Boring is brilliant. 75. Never check your investment portfolio daily. It's long-term money? Checking daily just gives anxiety a subscription. And here's where it gets interesting. On our top 100 financial tips I wish I knew at 18. 76. A target date retirement fund is the simplest hands-off investing option. Pick your retirement year, invest in that fund, done. 77. Dividend investing builds a cash flow machine over time. Reinvest those dividends automatically for accelerated compounding. 78. Bonds are boring and important. As you age, your portfolio should gradually shift towards stability. This is called asset allocation. Learn it. 79. Never put money in the stock market that you need in less than 3 to 5 years. Short-term money belongs in savings, not investments. 80. The stock market has recovered from every single downturn in history. Every single one. Long-term investors win by not quitting. Career and income. 81. Job hop strategically. People who stay in the same job too long often get smaller raises than people who leave for new roles. The data is clear. 82. Ask for a raise before you need one. Timing matters. After a win, after a promotion cycle, after demonstrating value, not out of desperation. 83. Your employer is paying you the minimum they think they can. Negotiation is not rude, it's how the game is played. 84. Investing in your own skills has the highest ROI of any investment category. A course, certification, or degree that increases earning power by 10K per year pays back in months. 85. Freelancing gives you rate control. A full-time job with a good salary and a side freelance client gives you leverage. Do both when you can. Now here's what separates the people who actually build wealth. 86. Passive income isn't passive at first. It takes active work to build a stream of income that eventually runs itself. Start the active phase now. 87. Build equity, not just salary. Stock options, profit sharing, ownership stakes, real assets. These are where wealth compounds fastest. 88. Your LinkedIn profile is a 24/7 income opportunity. An updated keyword-optimized profile means recruiters come to you instead of the reverse. 89. Relationships with mentors in your field are worth more than almost any formal education. Seek them. Be genuine. Provide value first. 90. The goal isn't to retire. It's to reach a point where work is a choice, not a requirement. That distinction changes everything about how you build. And now the final 10, the ones people learn too late. 91. The best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. Stop waiting for the right amount or the right moment. 92. Net worth is the only score that actually matters. Not your income, not your car, not your apartment. Assets minus liabilities equals your real number. 93. You will have setbacks. Job loss, medical bills, market crashes, bad decisions. Financial resilience is built by recovering faster, not by avoiding hardship. 94. The people selling you the dream of overnight wealth are profiting from your hope, not your results. Real wealth building is slow, boring, and incredibly effective. 95. Generational wealth isn't just about leaving money. It's about leaving knowledge, the habits, the mindset, and the systems. That's the real inheritance. 96. Your relationship with money reflects your relationship with yourself. Anxiety, avoidance, overspending, these are symptoms. Address the root. 97. You are the CEO of your financial life. No one else is coming to save it. Not the government, not a lottery ticket, not a viral side hustle. You. 98. Every wealthy person you admire started exactly where you are, with more questions than answers and less money than they needed. The difference is they started. 99. Financial freedom isn't a destination, it's a direction. Pick it, point yourself at it, and move every single day, no matter how small the step. 100. The moment you decide your financial story is yours to write, not your backgrounds, not your incomes, not the economies, is the moment everything changes. That was my list. Now here's what it all comes down to. Most people spend their whole lives reacting to money. It runs out, they panic. A bill hits, they scramble. A crisis comes, they're flattened. Wealthy people, and I don't mean rich, I mean free. They're not smarter. They didn't get lucky lottery tickets. They just learned these lessons earlier. They built systems. They made decisions. They stopped letting money happen to them and started making it happen for them. This is where broke ends. This is where ownership begins. You watching this video right now? That's not an accident. That's the version of you who's ready. The one who's done waiting for the financial system to care about you. Because it doesn't. But you do. And that's the whole game. 100 lessons. One common theme. Information is power, but action is wealth. You now know more about money than most adults who've been in the workforce for 20 years. The question is what you do with it. Pick 3 lessons from today's video. Just 3. And commit to acting on them this week. Not this month. This week. Small moves compounded. That's the M-cubed formula. Unsubscribe from broke. Become the CEO of your life, starting today. And if you want to go deeper on one of the most important moves in this entire list, saving for a down payment when the housing market feels impossible, the next video is on screen right now. See you in the next one, M-cubed team.